Why do I do this to myself? Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Crassus Entertainment. If you're new here, please do hit that like button and subscribe button, especially if you like what you see. But if you don't like what you see, don't feel the need to. What do I know? So I want to do something completely different. Again, I do this. I try and do new things. I'm going to do a movie review of some of the worst films ever. So if you want me to watch a really bad film, and I mean super bad, leave it in the comments. I will watch it, and then I'll come back to you and let you guys know my opinion. So without further ado, let's look into something called the Velocipastor. So the movie begins with the priest going out to see his family die in a car accident, although this effect has something left to be desired. I initially thought this was a mistake, maybe I'd gotten a crap version of the film, but no, this is genuinely how it's meant to be. The car accident, the guy talks to his mentor, Father Stewart, and he decides to take a trip for travelling, even though this scene is very dragged out and boring. He ends up going to China. You can't see me using quotations there, but he goes to China and he runs into this woman who's in trouble. He ends up taking a relic from her. It ends up cutting his hand, and this is what makes him turn into a velociraptor. But we didn't see that yet. We see a hooker struggling with her life, getting beaten by a pimp and sent to the park to, well, turn a trick. Long story short, goes into the velociraptor, saves the hooker from getting mugged, probably, and then eats him. The hooker apparently has no problem with this. This is just a normal day for everything, and she's fine with it. Invites him into her house. The hooker's pimp then ends up going to the church and does confession with the priest that is called Doug. We'll call him Doug. Doug ends up killing the guy because he finds out that this pimp is the reason his parents died in the car bombing. The priest and the hooker then decide that they're going to do good with the world with the new power that Doug has. He will start becoming a velociraptor to eat bad people. And you see this weird little montage of them being all happy and nice and getting along. Meanwhile, there's this secret organization of surprisingly a lot of number of white ninjas standing in the middle of a field taking instruction from an old Chinese guy. Their plan is to just flood the city with drugs. Apparently they don't really care about the so-called Dragon Warrior. Yes, they use the term Dragon Warrior, even though he's a fucking dinosaur. Father Stewart finds out about Doug's new powers of becoming a velociraptor and thinks he's possessed, takes him to a weird sort of exorcist kind of boy. At this point in the film, we see a weird flashback of Father Stewart. I really don't understand this part at all. It comes out of nowhere. It makes no sense. We just see a bit of his background of him in the war. Again, I'm using quotation marks, but you can't see me. It's never really established, well, it's never established at all what war, but I can guess the Vietnam War, I reckon. But anyway, it's really poorly well done. This guy's wearing jeans. The camo is just basic crap.
When we get out of this war, I'm thinking I'll settle down and finally start that family.
We'll get you out of here, son.
For some reason, the guy's wife then shows up, or girlfriend, ends up getting blown up right in front of him. And then this magical quote, this magical line is said.
What do you think she was doing in the forest?
I don't know. Maybe she was trying to start a family.
The guy does some spells, some chanting, and Doug turns into a velociraptor and ends up attacking Father Stewart. Doug goes back to the hooker to explain that he's done something bad. He's attacked his mentor, the guy he likes. The hooker comforts him, all this pajama. Then they end up having sexy times. Again, the sex is really dragged out, really weirdly shot. Like, really weird. Like, what is this? After sexy times, the ninjas break into his house. Somehow they found him. And this fight scene could not be worse. It could not be more poorly choreographed. Father Stewart isn't dead. Despite being attacked at, well, point-blank range by a velociraptor, he's only missing an eye. The ninja guys find him and explain to him what their plan is, God knows why. And despite the guy speaking Chinese, Father Stewart apparently understands every fucking word he's saying. They explain their plan to him of flooding the streets with cocaine, which is more addictive than anything else, and then they're going to withdraw it, drawing people to the church. Father Stewart is appalled by this and, well, gets killed for it. Somehow Doug and the hooker know where to go, they know where this secret ninja army base is, so they end up crashing it. This is when a major plot twist is revealed. Dun dun dun! Doug has a brother who's joined the ninja people for whatever reason.
It's impossible.
You're not the only one who answered the call of God. Brother!
Sam, it's not too late. Don't do this.
You're blind, Doug.
A fight breaks out, and it turns out Doug finds it incredibly easy to kill his brother. Like, really easy. He doesn't even think about it, to be honest. The fight continues, the hooker gets slashed and hurt. Doug sees this and cries out in pain and grief, turns into a Velociraptor, and then this magical clip happens. I mean, come on, guys. The leader of the ninja army comes out and sees his dead warriors and then ensues to fight Doug. Doug ends up ripping his head off. That's the end of the ninja army. He then suddenly remembers his hooker girlfriend, who we just watched die on screen not that too long ago. Miraculously survives. He took her to a hospital which looks like the set of a porno. So porn doctor explains that she will make a full recovery. He goes into what looks like more of a dentist's office than anything. And apparently she's fine. The movie ends with them two together out in the wilderness somewhere. He's denounced his faith, he's no longer a priest, and they're going to travel around and take out the ninja warriors. And for some reason he's dressed like a knockoff Terminator. So that was the speed run of all the important bits, and some of my comments with it. Jeez, oh, I don't know why. Why do I put myself through this stuff? Why? So yeah, that was the Velocipastor. What can I say? It's garbage. The one saving light? The one positive thing I could probably take from this film is that it doesn't seem to take itself too seriously. I think the creators and the actors know it's a bad film. I think they know it's badly made. I think they know it's cheap. Which is fair enough, you do what you can with what you've got, but I think they know it's crap. So they don't take it that seriously. That being said, the acting is still atrocious, like ridiculously bad. Like, the laughing scene, I never understood that, never got that. Why? The Velociraptor fighting on the patch of green, though, made me laugh. Hilarious. I could not laugh at that. It was ridiculous. And then the leader of that fucking ninja thing, he speaks Chinese a lot, and everyone can understand him. Everyone, even that other priest, Father Stewart, I think his name was. Even he understood him. He didn't ask any real questions. He didn't go, "Sorry, I don't understand you. Can you translate for me?" Oh, fuck me. Oh, and the twist. Brother. Da 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 da. What? What? Were they trying to build up some dramatic moment? Because for me, it just made no actual sense. Like, at all.
Still don't recognize me, do you, Doug?
Wait. That voice.
Remember me now? Brother!
What? What? Were they trying to build up some dramatic moment? Because for me, it just made no actual sense. Like, at all. And then what was it? It's like, what was she doing in the forest? I don't know. Maybe she wanted to start a family.
Adeline! Adeline!
Another goddamn VC trip mine.
I don't think we can do anything for her now. She's too far gone.
What do you think she was doing in the forest?
I don't know. Maybe she was trying to start a family.
come again? But yeah, why would they give us background on a character we don't really care about? Like, at all. We have no reason to care about them. So those are my thoughts on the Velocipastor. If you guys have a terrible, terrible, terrible movie that you would like me to talk about and go over some of my observations, shall we say, do leave it in the comments. Let me know. Even though I struggle to get through them, I do enjoy them to a point where I find them so bad they're funny. But some of these are very difficult to get through. Please no one recommend The Room. I've already watched that. I never want to see that ever again. That still for me is the pinnacle of bad movies, because not only is the acting atrocious, but they try and take it seriously. That's why Velocipastor for me isn't as bad as The Room, because they know it's crap and they're not trying to make a good movie. I think they were just trying to make a shit movie, and they succeeded. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. What do you think of this idea? Let me know. See you later.